Hello everyone, today I am going to explain question number 6th of exercise 7.5 from class 12th, and you can see the question number 6 is if x cube plus y cube minus 3axy equal to 0, then we have to prove this result. So here we have to find out the second order derivative. For that we will start from the given equation. First I wrote here, since the given equation is this, so we will differentiate because we have to find out the second order derivative with respect to x. So differentiate it with respect to x. So when we differentiate here, x cube is there. So x cube differentiation with respect to x, you have to use the xn formula, that is n x n minus 1. So what is n here? 3. That's why 3x n minus 1 means 3 minus 1 is 2. Then use the chain rule. Again here also use xn formula, that will give you 3y square. We use chain rule. And this 3a is behave as a coefficient of x and y. So 3a just write down as it is, and x and y are the product of two functions. So use u dot v formula, means in this one function you have to differentiate, the other function you have to keep as it is. Alternatively you have to do, first I differentiated y, then I differentiated x. So now from here we are going to find out dy over dx. So dx over dx is differentiation of x is 1, and this you cannot change anything, so keep it as it is, and here also dx over dx is 1. Then open the bracket, and after open the bracket to find separate dy over dx. So when you will take common of dy over dx, that will give you this bracket, and shift these two terms in other side, and since this bracket is in multiply, so it will go in divide, and everywhere you can see 3 is there. So divide the fraction by 3 in numerator as well as in denominator, that will give you this. Now, so this is your first order derivative. So this fraction we obtain. Since we obtained the fraction, so to find out the second order derivative, fraction formula you have to use. So in fraction, when we have to differentiate, what the formula is? Denominator square. So denominator square, then denominator as it is, numerator differentiation first. So numerator is ay minus x square, then numerator as it is, and denominator differentiation. So use to differentiate this, use numerator upon denominator formula. I am repeating here, you have to write down denominator square, then denominator as it is, numerator differentiation, then minus sign in middle, then numerator as it is, and denominator differentiation. So now we will start the differentiation process. So this bracket you just write as it is, and when you will differentiate it with respect to x, a will behave as the coefficient and dy over dx, and it will, and when you will differentiate x square, you have to use the xn formula, that is n x n minus 1. So x square differentiation is n is 2, then x n minus 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1. So I not wrote here this bracket as it is. Here again use the xn formula, that will give you this, then use chain rule, and a differentiation is a into 1. Now here we obtained dy over dx, and dy over dx value you already calculated here, that is this value of dy over dx you have to replace here. So in the bracket just replace here also and here also, and other terms I kept as it is. Now here what you have to do is you just take here LCM, here also take LCM, and here also take the LCM. Other terms just keep as it is. After taking LCM you will obtain like this. And now you can see this bracket and this LCM is same, so they will cancel each other. And here this bracket and this bracket is not same, so they will not cancel each other. And moreover, in the big bracket, just see we have some like terms, ax square and 2ax square. They are the like terms, so they will get subtract from each other. And here also we can see this ay square and this ay square. These two terms, this one and this one will can subtract. So after all this simplification, we will obtain this bracket, and here this bracket as it is, and here we obtain this. Now again there are two terms, this is your first term and this is your second term, and you have to subtract. So again we have to take the LCM in the numerator, so that will give you this, and after this LCM will move down. So here power 2 is there, and so in next step it will becomes power 3 in the denominator, and you have to open the bracket in the numerator. So when you will open the bracket, you will obtain so many terms here, and in them you can see some are like terms that you can plus and minus, and after all this simplification you will remain with all these 4 terms in the numerator. Now here what we will do is, this minus 2 a cube by x is keep as it is, and from this first term, second term and third term you can just take 2xy minus 2xy common. So in the bracket you are remain with x cube, y cube and 3axy, and you know that this is equal to 0 is already given in the question. So here 0 will come, so any number multiplied by 0 is 0. Now here we are remain with minus sign. Now how denominator minus came? Because I took here minus common. So when we take minus common, minus, when it will come from the out from the bracket you have to do cube. So minus is remain as it is, and here sign interchanges, and this minus will cancel each other and we will obtain this. So this is your question number 6th answer. So this question is very lengthy and very calculative question. So very carefully and patiently you have to solve this question, especially the second order derivative, because you are going to get the fraction and in terms of polynomial. So take care of the power or the multiplication, everything. So you will get the answer. Thank you.